What up, everybody? Original Lone Wolf coming to y'all real quick. Hey, I got a video I want to point out some things in regards to your boy, the orange face over here, and a lot of the crap that's going on in government. But because I used to be an election judge, is the real reason for why I'm pointing this out. So I want everybody to pay attention, even if you don't vote, right? You know, if you're somebody who don't vote or whatever, you know, you can just take this as just good information to have. All right. But the people that do vote, yeah, y'all might want to pay this some attention. This is about that redistricting shit that's supposed to be going on in all these different states, where Texas was putting up a fight and California did some more crazy shit right behind that with their redistricting of the state and the congressional map and all this other shit. Let me break this down to y'all for, how this works, right? Because I experienced something very similar in Chicago when I was an election judge, right? They call it rezoning in the city of Chicago, but it's the same shit. It's just on a city level opposed to like on a state level. You know what I'm saying? And it's in regards to the aldermans, because within the city of Chicago, so many aldermen are Republicans, so many aldermen are Democrats, right? So I'm gonna try to break it down for y'all to the best of my knowledge, which is based off my own experience of being an election judge and watching them rezone the city of Chicago. Okay, because this is what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing it on state levels, like the entire state, which would affect Congress. You know what I'm saying? But let's play a little bit of this real quick, and then I'm gonna break some stuff down for y'all.
Redrawing their congressional map,
right,
would get you 5 safe red seats. Means that California, New York, Illinois, and Maryland are all going to redraw their maps to add safe.
Well, they'll do it anyway.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, they'll do it anyway. Why? If we stop over there, they would have done it anyway. Look, a lot of these states, I watched this morning as Democrats are complaining, and they're complaining from states where they've done it, like in Illinois, like in Massachusetts. I watched this lunatic, Pocahontas. She's a total lunatic. I don't know what she's on. She's all jumping up and down like I've never seen anything like it, talking about supporting the communist mayor. And he's not a socialist. He's a communist, okay? This is not a socialist, man. This is a communist.
Okay, so let me stop it real quick right there. All of this is about the division, and I'm gonna just put it out there right now. I ain't finna go through 20 minutes of babbling. It's all about division, guys. That's what the whole redistricting thing is all about. Okay, so basically the way it works, right? Whichever party has the most people within a geographical area, the narrative tends to swing in that direction when it come down to voting, right? It's just like with the aldermans, right? You got something called the city council, right? Just look it up, you know what I'm saying? Especially for you mofos that's like, like me in Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, Philly, Miami, shit like that. You in a big city, right? You got aldermans and shit, right? So I'm gonna break it down to you on an alderman level, just strictly from the fact that's where my experience comes from, and the fact that I used to be an election judge. That's where that's where I got the experience from. But it's just to kind of help y'all, right? To understand what I'm saying. Basically, it's all about division. I told you in the gate what redistricting shit is all about. In Chicago, they call it rezoning, right? But it's the same thing, except it's just on a city level. It's not the entire state of Illinois. It's just on a city level. And it has something to do with the aldermans. The aldermans in the city of Chicago or any other city, they make up the city council. These are the motherfuckers that can give the mayor power or take power away or force the mayor to veto some shit, right? So what happens is they'll change the map and say, no, this is our area over here, and you all are going to lose this little shit right here. And within that area that they lose a seat or 2 or 3 or, depending on how it works, right? Now, what that's supposed to do, whoever gains, you know what I'm saying, from that, is supposed to sway their political party. Now, you got to keep in mind, it's on a Democrat level or Republican level. It don't matter. And you just heard Donald Trump say it. You just heard him say it. He's like, well, these motherfuckers, Republicans is doing this, that, and the other. He like, these motherfuckers over here bitching, but motherfuckers already did it. Places like Illinois and Maryland and, all this other shit. And he right. He is right, though. That is true. You know what I'm saying? But here's the point. The point behind that is that to the untrained ear and to the untrained eye, those people think on the surface that the political party that they are opposed to are going to gain more power or more attraction when it comes down to the election because they have the majority, right? But in reality, what these people don't understand is that the agenda was going to move forward anyway, no matter what the fuck went down, no matter who the fuck they put in office, the agenda that they're running is going to move forward. They just want you to look at it from a standpoint of, no, it's really this party. No, it's really that party over there that's really doing it. They're the ones that's solely responsible. But in reality, it's all of the motherfuckers. Both of these motherfuckers. You got to remember, it's the same fucking bird, man. And it's that bald eagle, that Masonic ass bald eagle. And I'm not saying that the bald eagle is Masonic. I'm just saying that this is what the Masons use. I personally think bald eagles are beautiful. For anybody who's ever seen them. We got tons of them here in Illinois. You be out in the woods here in Illinois and see one. They're beautiful birds. But I'm just saying, this is what the Masons do. This is their shit. You know, they the ones that, you know. So the point I'm trying to make to you guys is this. Is all of the distraction to keep you from the overall situation, which is they're in on it together. The left, the right, the beak, the fins, the feet, whatever. It's the same fucking bird.
If you look at any of his policies and go back 6 months, you don't have to go back further than that. So they want to put a communist in New York. Now, the good news is we have a lot of power over that because we're the ones.
Then not only that, that's the same rhetoric that you heard from Joe Biden. This is the thing. Now, this is for the people who still vote. This is for y'all. First off, share this shit with a motherfucker you know that still vote, right? But this is for the people who still vote. Ain't this the same rhetoric that they was given, the Republicans were given when Biden was in office? Oh my God, look at what the Democrats are doing, and and this is why we need to take over the House and the Senate, and here it is. Now, we done flipped the script. Donald Trump's back in office again. The Republicans are controlling a lot of shit already. They're looking to control more shit, right? And now you got Democrats that are screaming the same shit. Look at the Republicans and da-da-da-da-da. And then Donald Trump come in and tell you the truth. He like, well, you know, both sides is doing it. He like, yeah, we're going to redistrict it. And, you know, I was talking to some of those guys and this, that, and the other. And, you know, like, you know, the guys that are crying and shit, you know, but they already did it. Places like Illinois. And he right. So he literally telling you, yeah, we're just doing the same shit they doing. So what does that mean? They all doing it. They all in on it. So hopefully you guys understand that. I'm going to break it down one more time. When they rezone Chicago, right, because you got the aldermans make up the city council. The city council, whether if it's in Philadelphia, Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter, right? The aldermans make up the city council. The city council is the motherfuckers that can either grant the mayor certain things or take away certain powers of certain things or force him to veto and this, that, and the other. Well, when you look at it on a state level, we talking about Congress. Now, you got to understand that when it come down to the House and the Senate within Congress, that shit is made up of men and women in each state. All right? I'm not finna give you niggas no constitution lesson and telling how many House of Representatives you're supposed to have and all. I'm not going in all that shit. Look it up for yourself. Go back and read the Constitution. But this is what they're doing on a state level. When all the states do it, you reshape and you rechange what Congress looks like. Okay? And again, on that level, that can either give the president the ability to do certain things, or they could take away the president's ability to do certain things, or force the president to veto. Okay? That's what it's like on the surface. And it gives these people, the opposing party, let's say if you're a Democrat, now you hate all Republicans. Or if you're a Republican and you see the Democrats doing it, now you hate all Democrats. It's designed to get you to think that this group over here is the ones that's responsible. Thus for making you hate the people who represent that group. You know, people who choose to be Democrat, vote Democrat and all this other stuff. Or vice versa, Republicans. When all the while the agenda was going to move forward no matter what. And the reason for why is because they're all in on it. And Donald Trump just told you that. He just told you we all do it. The stuff that we say that they should not be doing, or the stuff that people get riled up about, and all you Democrats ain't shit, all you Republicans ain't shit. Donald Trump just admitted that we all doing it. Hence, when you get people like myself and others who tell you it's two different wings on the same bird. It's your original Lone Wolf, man. I hope y'all helped. I didn't want to make this video too long, man. I'm out.